Mm. Uh, ooh. Right, put that up. Oh, I was like president. I, the missiles. Why don't we have more hittles to kill more people? We need more hittles, not missiles that miss their target. We need more explosions to kill their targets. We need hittles. Oh, I thought Jerusalem's best weapon was God. Ooh. Oh, you mean real defense systems, offense systems, war systems. The kill is coming. The kill. Iranian? The truth is, the Iranians are just pussies. Yeah. They're just afraid of losing the regime. That's why they're so upset. The Iranian Ayatollahs, they're pussies. That's really what it is. At one sign of trouble, they pussy out like pussies because they're cowards. So they're an easy opponent to fight. An easy opponent, scared, coward, they run away. Now, a successful opponent will fight you back. They'll actually draw blood. So, I mean, a coward can draw blood. A coward can slit 1,000 throats in the night, as the old legend goes. But a coward can draw blood. That's true. But Only a strong man draws blood with intent. That's true. A terrorist or a Nazi can draw blood. Yeah, it's true. A socialist or communist can draw blood too. But it's coward. It's cowardly. Like Luigi Mangione, this socialist communist, he shoots United Healthcare, which provides healthcare for my grandmother, by the way. He shoots the CO in the back because he's a fucking coward. He comes from a wealthy family. He goes on a crusade. He shoots a man in the back. And he dares to think that he's going to get his freedom for murdering a husband of two with a wife, leaving a widow behind. He thinks he's going to gain some kind of freedom from that, shooting a guy in the back in the cold dead of night in New York City. He's fucked. And he should be fucked. Hey, I love it. You're playing with Monkey. I like that. Playing with Monkey. Monkey. I love you too, honey bear. You my sweet moon. You play with Monkey? Get me Monkey. He's such a sweetie, honey. Monkey. Monkey play. Oh. The creme land. The creme de la creme. I'll show you the creme de la creme. The fucking baby batter. The fucking jack off the sperm, bitch. I'll show you the fucking shit. I'll show you the creme de la creme, bitches. See some fucking jack off. Oh! Again, drop her on the flow, down. On the flow, down. Yeah. Go into ejaculate that fucking sperm into the divine fulcrum of the fuck it. Fuck that pussy. Fuck him in the ass. In the fucking ass. Up their cunts. The cruise missiles. Sounds like a pleasure cruise missile. Pleasure cruise missile? Determined. Ooh. Sounds like a great man. Oh, I said my friend's from Ukraine, Yaworski, and he goes, "That's a Polak." he knew every racial and ethnic slur there was, and he called the Italians Dagos. I'm surprised he didn't call them linguinis, or look, it's the pastas. Our racial and ethnic slurs so fun. Oh. I'm surprised he didn't call the Russians the beady eyes or something. That's funny, man. The oval eyes. He was so racist, he called the Jews the Jews. So racist. Yeah, he taught me all the old school racist ethnic slurs, national slurs. They're great. You know, I'm the only one who doesn't use. He's not Russian, so he doesn't say traitor. He doesn't say Kozak. Linz Kozak traitor. Yeah, of course, he doesn't say that because he's from America. Some people might think about the N word, nigger. My step grandfather said nigger like it was out of style. I mean, he would make Marilyn Manson blush. He said nigger so much. He said racial and ethnic slurs so much. It was like just, yeah. He knew them all. Everything he learned on the railroad and in the Navy. He cursed like a sailor, literally. I got a racial and ethnic and national slur for everybody now. Everybody's got one. You know, that's good. I'm glad he taught me all the different words, to use. I'm happy about that. All the different cursing like a sailor. All the different sailor curse words. All the best ones. Thank you. It's like a South Park episode. There was a nigger in the woodpile. This is beautiful. Oh, so perfect. A nigger in the woodpile. Oh, it's beautiful. It's just poetry, isn't it? Yeah. So what does Matt Stone and Trey Parker mean? Nigger in the woodpile. It's an expression. It means that a colored man jumped at the barn that he fucked a white woman and knocked her up. It means a nigger in the woodpile. That's the old expression. And so that's why they're making a laugh. They're making a laugh like your grandma was at the dance and woo, she jumped in with the black man or the Indian man or whatever. Right? It's nigger in the wood. It means there's somebody colored in the woodpile, and that's your dad or your granddad. Right. I mean, not for everybody. I'm just saying that's where the expression comes from. It means your mom, your sister, your grandmother was loose at the party, and there was a foreign man there, and she was like, "Oh, he looks cute," while she was really drunk, and then she woke up the next day. "Oh crap, I'm pregnant." Right. So that's what Matt Stone and Trey Parker are talking about. Yeah, that a woman who usually keeps her integrity, usually keeps her integrity pretty good. Usually keeps her legs shut. Usually guards her pussy like a military man. Usually guards her pussy like a sentry. But that one night, she got 3 sheets to the fucking wind. She got snockered. And then she woke up next to a black dude or an African dude or an Indian dude. And then she was like, "Oh, shit." Right, that's where the expression comes. Yeah, those South Park episodes are funny to me, where the woman's like, "Woo!" And she's near the Indian reservation, or she's near the black halfway house or something, or the crack house, and she's like, "Woo!" The white woman, she gets too wasted, and then she's like, the next day, "Oh shit!" Yeah, those are funny episodes, right? So the kernel of the truth that happens to be funny is that a lot of times when people are drunk, they don't make great decisions. They kind of make uninhibited decisions, like woo, screw it. But that's why it's so funny, because the guy wakes up the next day and there's like an old lady who looks like a hag, and he's like, oh shit, it's a mistake because he was wasted or desperate or whatever it was. I mean, I'd understand if I brought home, to my step grandfather a girlfriend called Jaliqua, or Jaquilla, like in my theater arts class in ninth grade at Pine Oak. But if I bring home Jeff Lebowski, my friend or something, or coworker, and my step grandfather's like, there's a Pollock. I'm like, that's going a bit too far. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, who's my grandpa? Fucking Archie Bunker? I mean, I was like, shit, this is just awful. It's like I have a friend, Juarez or something, and I bring he or she home, and then my step grandfather's like, hey, look, it's a beaner. Good God, man. But in those old school days, they had like almost perfect racism back then. So it was like it was what they call peak racism. It was peak national racial racism. It was really nice racism back then. They had really good racism. It was really peak. So I call it the peak racism. It's like really magical. It's almost like the magical period of racism. Wasn't it like the best era of racism? I think it was the best racism probably ever made. Yeah, it was like the best racism that I could think of. It's like Dave Chappelle, like, man, up here the racism is more guarded, but man, down in the South, woo, they got their racism down there, huh? Man, they got perfect racism down there. All right, let's do this. But down there in the South, ooh, they got some good racism down there. They got the sweet kind, huh? Yeah. Voila! Does it say in this comedy act? Does it go, voila? Yeah. He goes, but the racism down in the South is like, woo, perfect. That's some good work. That's some quality racism. That's some woo. A+. All right. But that shit they got down in the South, man. All right. Houston Texans versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Part Cherokee Indian. Do you still remember the ancient song? The ancient warrior song. You know the one. And then remember the part where they're like, man, that was a great one, dude. Yeah, so the ancient Native American songs, y'all know? Bim bim bada bee bee ba bee bee bo bee boo boo dee 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 boo boo. That was a good one, dude. From the ancient Cherokee, from the ancient days, from the Native American days, from the pre-colonial days. Oh man, those are good ones, dude. When we were in the running through the fields in the cave and going, oh, do, man, that was fucking awesome, wasn't it? Yeah. Shit was like that was like stadium anthems before they even had them. It was like before the hunt, before you hunted the deer or whatever, the bear or whatever it was. It was like, like to get them hyped and shit before the hunt, before the kill, you know, before the kill, before they killed the meat for the family so everybody could eat. Back in the ancient days, you know, ancient man, in the tribal days, in the savage days. Okay, do that poo poo in there? Okay. Is someone peeing here or what? Come on, man. Okay. There's some tuna poop. Yeah. Tuna poop. Tuna poop. Tuna poop. Yeah, they were going to call the Kansas City they were going to change the Chiefs to the Kansas City Queefs, pussy farts. And they thought, well, you know, when the wokeness virus took over America, they thought, man, we got to get rid of these Washington Redskins and Kansas City Chiefs and all this Native American stuff. Arrowhead Stadium, we need to get rid of bows and arrows and hunting devices, and they're going to be called the Kansas City Titties. The Kansas City Queefs. Pussy farts. George Carlin's ghost comes back pretty strong, huh? Hell yeah. So how did George Carlin know that America's future, that the future Western civilization would become an old, broken, corrupt, greedy cesspool? How did he know that? It's so genius. He just figured it out. He just knew it. That's what it was going to become. How did he know those in power in the world and those with all the money would steal more and more money from working class people, and that they would funnel it into doing more criminal activity? How did he know that on Washington and Wall Street? He just knew it. I mean, he could see it, but he knew that the corruption would just get worse and worse and worse and worse until the entire system went until the entire United States of America and Western civilization went bankrupt. Because these greedy assholes like Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell and Chuck Schumer and Chuck Toomer So he knew back then what they were fucking doing. Oh. So he said all this before he died in 2008. Man, he knew that there wasn't going to be hope and change. He knew that there was no saving this country or Western civilization. He knew back then there was no effort you could do to save it. It was just dying like the Roman Empire. And people that tried to stop the death of the world and all the governments and all the corruption in it and all the evil in it were just fools. Is essentially what he's saying. And how could somebody really break free from it? They couldn't break through it economically, really. They couldn't break free from the system as it is. They had to break through it mentally and spiritually. That's the only way they could actually break through it. It's just to divorce themselves from any hope for it. Yeah. So giving up is not always giving up. Sometimes it's just accepting reality, taking the red pill, and so that's okay. Well, Rome fell the same way. They fought wars they couldn't afford, and they had invaders from the inside and out, and the senators stole from the taxpayers' coffers as they did in this country. That's exactly how all empires fall throughout history. Same fucking pattern of corruption, same pattern of evil, same shit that dooms all civilizations. Every single human civilization is susceptible to this corruption, this evil, this Satan. Every single one falls. Every single one. And then some people say, no, we're working on the problem. The elites and those in charge are going to stop being corrupt and evil and stop worshiping Satan, right? No. Are they going to stop hedonistically worshiping dark powers? No. Not anytime soon. They're still gonna, like Bill Hicks says, suck Satan's cock. Suck Satan's cock. Still doing it, man. Okay, so we got the put some pepper on that. Maybe a little a little parsley. Yeah. Parsley flakes. Yeah, I thought it was funny to create a Facebook account for my coworkers, friends, and family. I love the one. It was alphabetical benefarts, and they didn't really know what to do with that. Or no, the old man, my old neighbor and friend, he said, "You created an account called Wisdom, like cheese whiz and dumb." And he goes, "You created an account called Wisdom," and then alphabetical benefarts. People didn't even know what to do. They were just like dumbfounded. It was so funny. It was great. Man, was alphabetical benefarts? Was that one of my favorite ones? Yeah, because like it had the whole internet family and friends and coworkers like had their heads scratching. They're like, "What? We have no response to this because we have no idea. Our brains weren't working on this fucking level, you know." And that's why it was so fun because most people's normie brains aren't working on my level. So that's great. So I love dropping the bombs. It's pretty funny. It's a fun thing to do, isn't it? Most normies, most of those normals out there, they just can't fucking handle it, can they? Nope. Get a all right. What was the major mistake that the founding fathers made 250 years or so ago? They didn't put term limits on Congress members and Senate. That's where they fucked up. They didn't realize that medical technology would be so good that a guy wouldn't be dying from whiskey when he was 35 and everybody'd be fucked. They didn't realize that people would avoid whiskey and cigarettes and cigars and they would live until like 80 and 90. They had no idea that you'd have motherfuckers sucking on the fucking system, that you'd have Chuck Tumors and shit trying to, run the government until they were fucking 90 in a fucking wheelchair. They had no idea that was going to fucking happen. Everything else the founding fathers created to prevent corruption and the collapse of empire was fucking brilliant safeguards. Except no term limits on Congress. Major, major fuck up. Because Congress is just going to shit taxpayers' money into their own coffers like a fucking drunken sailor getting tattoos. And they try to cling on to that money tit and suck it until every last dime, until the fucking debt goes to 40 trillion fucking dollars. The national sovereign US debt. Everybody else is in deep shit too. China has $18 trillion worth of fucking debt too, and that's just climbing. They look good on paper, but they're a fucking paper tiger. They ain't doing shit. Their economy's gonna fucking collapse, and their fertility rate's gonna fucking collapse, and that shit is over with. Those motherfuckers, the communist motherfuckers, think they're going to create a civilization that lasts for 5,000 years? Fucking dreaming. Here's real depression, when your dick is fucking lonely. That's depression. When your dick doesn't have a pussy hole to fuck. That's fucking what real loneliness is. You're fucking labor. But you have to look at a society that creates a bunch of fucking lonely, labeless people. Okay, making a nice egg over there. Mood problems. Ooh. Don't threaten me with a good time. Yeah. So, like rich people grind working people into the fucking ground, let's also see how the Texans are going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, they got to shut down Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. You have to grind them into the fucking dirt real early. They got to shut them down. D'Amico Ryans. They got to shut them down early. With the #1 defense in the league, which is the Houston Texans. If you want to beat the Houston Texans, you got to bust nut. You got to bust balls. You can't play it safe. You got to go for Hail Marys. You got to hit those fucking bombs. You got to bomb them hard. You got to bomb them fast. You got to shut that shit down. To beat the Houston Texans, you have to stop them early, or they'll fucking grind your ass down like a Ukrainian-Russian war. You'll just be in a bottleneck thunderfuck. Disorder. I like that. So sweet of you. Yeah. That's so sweet of you to say disorder. That's so romantic. Okay. Put that over there. Well, my eggs are turning out good with the butter. Yeah. Ooh. We gotta limit screen time. Kids need to go out and play in the woods like me. like Stranger Things, like in the 80s when I was riding my bicycle with my buddies, right? Is that why we're doing so well psychologically and physically? Yeah. We used to touch grass all the time. Sometimes we touch ass, but we touched a lot of ASS and GRASS, ass and grass. Kids aren't playing. They ain't slaying anymore. They ain't hitting the dude in the fucking face. They ain't going through the woods with the snakes and the bramble and the toads anymore. They ain't going with the snakes and the toads and the lizards and the dragonflies and they ain't having a fun time anymore, huh? What, they're just playing Nintendo Switch 2 and beating off to AI porn now? That's fucking pathetic. Bullshit. Yeah, I saw the ads. I thought I was living in a fucking dystopia. I thought I was living in Blade Runner world. It was like, get the AI titty. AI titty. All your fantasies come true. I saw the ad. It's on the iPhone ad all the time. I'm like, every time the ad comes up, I think, uh-oh, civilization's fucking cooked. It's over. Game over. I was like, man. It's revolting to think about artificial intelligence pornography. It was bad enough pornography originally when your great grandfather was looking at Playboys beating his meat and collecting all the titty mags. But now it's way worse. It's hard. It's awful. Dystopian. It's like, come in all your fantasies in the AI porn. It's like, I do have a message for artificial intelligence porn. Go fuck yourself. That's my message to AI porn. And the creators and the purveyors and the business people that promote that shit. I know somebody's getting a lick, huh? Somebody's getting a... I don't know if it's Chinese communists. I don't know if it's Indian IT guys. Somebody's getting a piece of this. Somebody, somewhere is making money from AI porn. But the problem with artificial intelligence porn is that it's fake porn. It's not real people fucking. It's not real people sucking. It's not real people doing intercourse. It's just fucking garbage. That's the problem with it. There's no fluid exchange. There's no reality happening in that. It's just shit. It's detrimental. If you get a hard on in your dick because you saw a woman with some nice tits, then there's something happening. There's some kind of chemical, biological reaction. If you see a young girl and you want to fuck her, then there's something actually happening there. There's actually some kind of process going on. How I Met Your Mother or whatever. But if it's like the sixth day and Michael Rappaport, he's like, I got my AI girlfriend, like Blade Runner 2049, with Anna de Armas and Ryan Gosling, that's a fucking problem. There's no fluid exchange. There's no sex exchange. There's no passion. There's no love. There's no nothing. Shit. It's just fake. It's artificial intelligence. Well, I saw my romantic problems of getting rejected by the real world because the real world's hard. Yeah. Well, I solved my romantic issues Because I got an AI girlfriend, man. Yeah, but don't you want to get rejected by really hot girls that are rich? It's more fun that way, man. It's more fun getting rejected by hot chicks that are wealthy, isn't it? You never want to be in a cafe or something and a girl flirts with you and she goes, "You don't like real girls, do you?" You don't want that ever to happen to you. Hold on, fool. Dickhole. That was really classic. Right there. Hold on, Tula. We gotta cook the egg first. Y'all be good. So Houston Texans are going to stick to the same game plan against the Kansas City Chiefs. They know they're weak. They know they're having a shit season. Just keep on grinding them down. You know, it's like pushing an elderly man off a cliff. It's just easy, right? So all the Houston Texans have got to do is do the same playbook. Grind down the offense, shut them down, get C.J. Stroud, Nico Collins, get him out there, drop the bombs, and get Fairbairn kicking flawlessly, kick those field, get C.J. Stroud down the field, get Fairbairn, or get into the end zone. Bam, you beat the Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs. That's it. Easy playbook. Easy. It should be an easy playbook. A game tonight, right? Should just be easy. Just grind motherfuckers down like World War II. Just grind motherfuckers down. Just send money to the Ukraine and grind that grind that Vladimir Putin, grind the Russian people down until there's 1 million or so dead. Grind those motherfuckers down until they're just weak and they want to give up. Until they squeal for uncle. That's what you do. Grind them down until they cry for mommy or cry uncle or whatever. That's all the Houston Texans have to do. Shut down the offense of Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and the Kansas City Chiefs. The last thing you want is that hot bitch Taylor Swift going, "Travis, well, let's make some babies tonight. Ooh, got my pussy." That's the last thing you want, because that's going to hype them up. When they see the hot blondes in the champagne zone of the billionaires going, don't you want some pussy tonight? Ooh, yeah, we're all big winners. Then that's going to hype up the KC Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs. So get some champagne and pussy for billionaires tonight, baby. Oh, fuck all that. Even butt style tonight, baby. Whatever you want, whatever you dream of. Whatever your fantasy is. Butt slapping tonight, baby. We'll have twins tonight if you want. Just win that game. You don't want that. Got a little, All right, dog. What's up? Yeah. Yeah, we're getting the egg on, dog. Yeah. The last thing you want is Taylor Swift in the champagne billionaire zone going, tonight, let's make the twins. Ooh, hit it in the end zone, baby. That's the last thing you want. Hold on, guys. We got to check. There you go, too. Anytime. Very tasty. All right. So you got to shut that shit down. As in Arrowhead Stadium, you see the Kansas City Chiefs and all the fans, and they're like they want to crush the Houston Texans. And Taylor Swift's up there. Let's have triplets tonight, honey. Coming to my bush. Then that shit's gonna set it off. Get some dime piece pussy tonight. Ooh. Yeah. So getting a little Houston, tonight we dine on blood. Tonight we fuck. Tonight we butt fuck. Tonight we fuck. Will you get me a Fentanyl for Christmas? A Fentanyl. A Fentanyl. Ooh. Call her Opia. The Fentanyl will be a big Christmas hit. Hit of synthetic heroin. Ooh. Okay. Put a little ranch on top. That's the way we need to do it, don't we? So the number one defense in the NFL, Houston Texans, need to shut that championship Super Bowl winning team with the hot blonde pussy. They got to shut that shit down. That hot, fertile, blonde pussy. You got to shut that down tonight. They got to shut down that wing-a-dang-ding poontang. So, I look for the Chiefs. Since the Texans want to shut the Chiefs down, what the Kansas City Chiefs are going to do, they're going to go out blazing. They're going to go out rocking balls on the offense. And they're going to see if they can wear down the Texans defense and make them lose faith and cripple them. So that's what they're going to try to do. No, the Chinese Communist Party, they're communists. They're stealing all the best shit. They're infiltrating American and Western networks. And they're stealing intellectual property. They're just fucking... Remember, communists and socialists, there's only one good kind, a dead kind. And remember, they're always stealing American innovation. They never think of it themselves because they're fucking communist. And they can't. They're not allowed to think freely or openly and express themselves in science or art or any fucking thing. So if the Chinese communists are getting ahead in science and technology, it's not because they're so creative and innovative. It's because they're fucking stealing it from the West. Remember that.